let me try something on for you and see what you think about it. But here would be our contention that for journalism to work properly, it needs American liberal democracy. Like, you have to sort of have this idea that there is free speech, there are rules, you know, even like there's a linear ideological spectrum from center right to center left. Like, you need liberal democracy to protect what journalism is. And I think part of the problem is that the media, the traditional media, doesn't know what to do as we slip further and further away from a pure liberal democracy. They don't know what to do with an administration that is telling them, like, you can't be in the Pentagon and do reporting on it. You got to sign a pledge. They don't know what to, now they know not to sign the pledge, but I'm not sure they know how to evaluate what Trump's political project is in a clear-eyed way, because they have this studied neutrality they feel they have to cling to. And I think that prevents them from meeting the moment. And so I think where we end up slipping in there is media that people feel like is being clear-eyed and is meeting the moment. And so I think that, like, I don't know how you be the Washington Post right now, where you are owned by a guy. You want to talk about the conflict of let's say, our advocacy versus our journalism. Yeah. What about the conflict of the Paramounts, right, that have to secure mergers from Donald Trump, and therefore they censor their reporters or they give payouts to Donald Trump? If you're Bezos and you have other things you want to do, you've got to sidle up to Donald Trump, which is why there's this exodus from the Post. And I think that finds us sort of standing in the breach saying, I'm not going to, your little faux lines, like, we're going to tell you exactly where we come from, exactly what we stand for, exactly what we're advocating for. And you're going to know that everything we say is true and is what we believe and isn't some sort of positioning for either market share or because we've got some big corporate overlord telling us. And I think that is where you might have said before, well, Sarah, if you have this advocacy work, how's that going to allow people to trust your journalism work? But the inverse has happened now, where people say, I understand who you are and what you advocate for, and so I know what you're saying is true about it.